Rain crashes hard against the glass. The city below is nothing but blurred lights and noise. Zainab drags her suitcase across the marble floor, her breath uneven, her fingers trembling so badly she almost drops the handle. "I was never your wife, just a contract." Her voice breaks, but she doesn't turn back. Behind her, silence. Cold. Heavy. Watching. She reaches the door. Her phone rings. Unknown number. She hesitates, answers. "Hello?" A pause. Then. "You need to come to the hospital immediately." Cat. Silence. White walls. The smell of antiseptic. The doctor doesn't look at her at first. Then finally. "You're pregnant." Everything stops. The world doesn't spin. It disappears. And in that moment, leaving is no longer simple. 7 days earlier. You have exactly 1 week to leave the country. The immigration officer doesn't look at her again. Stamp. Next person. Zainab stands frozen, passport still open in her hand. 7 days. For years of struggle. Reduced to 7 days. Outside, Seoul is alive, people rushing, laughing, living like the ground beneath them is stable. But for her? Everything is collapsing. She checks her phone. 3 missed calls from her mother. 1 message. "Zainab, have you eaten today?" She swallows. Doesn't reply. Night falls. She's in a small restaurant kitchen, hands moving fast, eyes tired. Illegal shift. Low pay. No protection. Faster, the manager snaps in Korean. She nods, even though her chest feels tight. Everything she's built, slipping. Then the door opens. Not like a customer. Like something important just entered. The room shifts. Conversations lower. She glances up. And sees him. Tall. Composed. Expensive. Not just rich. Powerful. Choi Sung-ryol. He doesn't look around like others. He looks through people. His eyes land on her. Just for a second. But it's enough. Something about that look feels intentional. Uncomfortable. Like she's been seen too clearly. Later that night. She's wiping her hands when the manager rushes over. They need someone to translate upstairs. Now. I don't. You speak English. Go. She's pushed toward a private room. Inside. Sung-ryol. Alone. He doesn't greet her. Doesn't smile. Just studies her. "You're Nigerian." Not a question. She nods slowly. "I need a translator for a business matter." She steps forward. "Yes, sir." But he doesn't continue. Instead, he leans back slightly. And says? "Or, we can discuss something more important." Her stomach tightens. "I don't understand." "You're about to be deported." Her breath stops. "How?" "I know everything I need to." Silence fills the room. Then. "Marry me." Her mind blanks. What? A contract marriage. Legal. Temporary. She stares at him. This has to be a joke. "I'm not." "You stay in the country. Your tuition is paid. Your life continues." Her heart is pounding now. "And in return? You play your role. Publicly." She shakes her head. "No. I can't." "Then you leave in 7 days." Silence. Heavy. Crushing. He slides a document toward her. "I don't repeat offers." Her eyes fall to the paper. Then back to him. Cold. Controlled. Untouchable. This isn't kindness. This is strategy. And she knows it. But survival is louder than pride. The pen trembles in her hand. One signature. That's all it takes. Her freedom. Her dignity. Her future. All balanced on ink. She signs. The penthouse feels like a different world. Too quiet. Too perfect. Too controlled. This is your room, a staff member says. Zainab steps inside. Soft sheets. Floor-to-ceiling windows. A view she never imagined she'd wake up to. But it doesn't feel like victory. It feels like a cage. Rules are given that night. Sunrail doesn't sit. Doesn't relax. He stands like everything is business. This is not a real marriage. Her jaw tightens. I know. No emotional involvement. No interference in my work. No public mistakes. And when it ends, you leave. Simple. Clean. Cold. She nods. Good. He turns to leave. Then pauses. Just slightly. Don't make this complicated. The door closes. And for the first time, she feels it. Not relief. Not safety. But something else. Something dangerous. Days turn into weeks. The world sees them as perfect. Elegant couple. Powerful. Untouchable. But inside, it's different. Small moments begin to break the rules. He notices when she skips meals. She notices when he doesn't sleep. One night, she falls asleep on the couch. He finds her. For a moment, he just stands there, watching. Then quietly, he covers her with a blanket. The next morning, neither of them mentions it. But something has shifted. Tunde watches from a distance. You think this ends well? He asks one day. She avoids his eyes. I don't have a choice. You always have a choice. She laughs bitterly. No. Not when survival is involved. He studies her. You're changing. She doesn't respond. Because deep down, she knows he's right. Then comes Seoul. Elegant. Sharp. Dangerous. She smiles at Zainab like they're friends. But her eyes say something else. You're doing well, for someone temporary. Zainab stiffens. I know what I am. Do you? That smile again. Controlled. Cruel. Just remember, you were chosen. Zainab freezes. What? But Seoul is already walking away. That night, she searches. Documents. Emails. Patterns. And then she finds it. Her name. Before they met. Before the restaurant. Before everything. She wasn't random. She was selected. Carefully. Intentionally. Her chest tightens. This wasn't survival. This was design. Confrontation. She storms into his office. You chose me. He doesn't deny it. You needed someone. I needed a way to stay. And I provided that. Her voice shakes. You watched me. Studied me. Silence. Then. Yes. The word hits harder than anything. You manipulated everything. I gave you an option. I trusted you. You trusted the contract. Her breath breaks. Because he's right. And it hurts more than a lie. That night. Everything changes. The warmth disappears. The distance returns. Worse than before. Because now, it's real. Then the scandal breaks. News. Headlines. His company. Fraud. Corruption. Reporters everywhere. Cameras flashing. And suddenly, she's dragged into it. Questions. Judgment. Humiliation. Is your marriage real? Were you paid? Are you even legal? Her world collapses in public. And he? He stands there. Silent. Watching. Not defending her. Not protecting her. Just calculating. That's when she decides. Enough. Rain. Suitcase. Silence. I was never your wife, just a contract. And this time. He speaks. Low. Tight. You knew what this was. I didn't know I was part of your plan. You benefited from it. Tears fall now. I lost myself in it. Silence. Then. Leave, then. Cold. Final. But his eyes. For a second. They break. She turns. Walks. Doesn't look back. Hospital. You're pregnant. The words echo. Again. And again. And again. Her hand slowly moves to her stomach. This isn't just her anymore. Everything changes. Everything. She sits alone for hours. Phone in hand. One name on the screen. She doesn't call. Not yet. Because calling him means everything becomes real. But he finds out anyway. He always does. The confrontation is different this time. No anger. No shouting. Just tension. Thick. Unspoken. You're pregnant. She nods slowly. And you were going to leave without telling me. I was going to leave because I have nothing left here. He steps closer. You have everything here. No, she whispers, tears falling. I have you. Silence. Heavy. Painful. I don't want to belong to you. His jaw tightens. You don't. Then why does it feel like I do? He doesn't answer. Because he doesn't know how. Days pass. Distance grows. But something else grows too. Inside her. A reminder. A bond. A consequence. He changes. Slowly. Subtly. Not controlling. Not cold. Trying. Failing. Trying again. But she doesn't trust it. Not yet. One night. She finds him sitting alone. No phone. No guards. No control. Just a man. Tired. Broken in ways he never shows. You don't have to stay, he says quietly. She's surprised. I know. I won't stop you. That hurts more than control ever did. Because now, it's real. Airport. Final decision. Ticket in hand. Heart heavy. Freedom. Right in front of her. But behind her, everything she's been running from. And everything she's been feeling. Her phone buzzes. A message. From him. I don't know how to love without control. But I'm trying for you. For both of you. Her breath catches. Tears fall. She looks at the gate. Then back. And for the first time, the choice isn't about survival. It's about what kind of life she wants. She doesn't run to him. She doesn't collapse into his arms. She just turns. Walks away from the gate. Not fully forgiven. Not fully healed. But choosing to try. Because love shouldn't feel like a cage. But sometimes it starts there. And the question remains. If love comes with power, and freedom comes with loss, what would you choose? Months pass. Not quickly. Not gently. Slow, it's like healing that doesn't want to happen. Zainab doesn't move back into the penthouse. That part of her life. The silence, the control, the glass walls. She leaves it behind. Instead, she finds a small apartment. Nothing luxurious. Nothing perfect. But it's hers. And for the first time since everything began, she can breathe. She goes back to school. Part-time. Carefully. Her name no longer trends. The scandal fades. But the whispers don't fully disappear. They never do. Her hand rests on her stomach more often now. A quiet habit. A reminder. A question. He doesn't force his way back into her life. That's the first thing that changes. No sudden appearances. No control. No pressure. Just distance. Respectful. Unfamiliar. But he doesn't disappear either. Medical bills. Handled. Quietly. No message attached. No demand. One afternoon. She walks into the hospital for a routine check. And pauses. Because he's there. Not inside. Not beside her. Outside. Leaning against his car. Like he doesn't belong in her world anymore. And maybe. He knows that. Their eyes meet. No anger. No warmth either. Just history. You didn't have to come, she says. I know. Silence. He looks at her, really looks this time. Not analyzing. Not calculating. Just seeing. Are you okay? It's simple. But it feels different. She nods. I'm managing. A small pause. Then. Can I be involved? There it is. Not control. Not demand. A question. And somehow, that makes it harder. Zainab looks away. Because this is where it gets complicated. Not when he was cold. Not when he was controlling. But now. When he's trying. I don't know yet, she says softly. And it's the truth. He nods. Accepts it. No argument. No pressure. Just. Okay. That night. She lies awake. Thinking. About everything. About who he was. About who he's becoming. About who she is now. Because she's not the same girl who signed that contract. That girl was desperate. This one? This one is choosing. Weeks pass. He shows up less. But when he does, it matters. Small things. Food she forgot she liked. A message after her exams. Silence when she needs space. No grand gestures. Just effort. One evening. Rain falls again. Just like that night. But everything feels different now. She's by the window. Hand on her stomach. Lost in thought. A knock on the door. She opens it. He stands there. Not in a suit. Not polished. Just him. Real. I won't stay long, he says. She steps aside anyway. They sit. Not too close. Not too far. I've been thinking, he says quietly. That's new, she replies. A small smile almost forms. Almost. I built everything in my life on control, he continues. She listens. I thought if I controlled everything, nothing would fall apart. A pause. But I was wrong. His voice is different now. Lower. Honest. I almost lost the only thing that was never part of the plan. Silence. Heavy. But not painful this time. You didn't lose it, she says softly. Not yet. Their eyes meet. And for the first time, there's no power between them. No roles. No contract. Just two people. Trying. I don't expect you to forgive me, he says. I know. I don't even expect you to stay. She swallows. But I want to be better, whether you choose me or not. That hits deeper than anything he's ever said. Because this time, it's not about keeping her. It's about becoming someone worth staying for. Tears form in her eyes. Not from pain, but from something more complicated. Something closer to hope. I don't trust you, she says. I know. I'm still angry. I know. I might leave. A pause. I know. Silence. Then. But I'm still here. His breath catches. Just slightly. And that's enough. For now. Time moves. Not perfectly. But forward. The day comes. Hospital room. Bright lights. Tension. Pain. Life. He's there. Not at the center. Not controlling. Just present. Where she allows him to be. She grips his hand. Not because she has to, but because she chooses to. And that changes everything. A cry fills the room. Small. Powerful. Unstoppable. He looks at the child. Then at her. And something inside him breaks open. Not control. Not fear. Something softer. Something real. Zainab watches him. Carefully. Because this moment. This is where truth lives. Not in words. Not in promises. But in what comes after. Do you want to hold her? She asks. A test. A risk. A step. He hesitates. Just for a second. Then nods. Gently. Carefully. Like he's afraid to break something sacred. And as he holds the child, he looks different. Not powerful. Not untouchable. Just human. Zainab leans back. Exhausted. But her eyes don't leave him. Because she's still deciding. Still watching. Still choosing. This isn't a perfect ending. There's no sudden forgiveness. No fairy tale. There are still questions. Still scars. Still distance to close. But there's also something new. Something neither of them planned. Something stronger than contracts. Stronger than control. Choice. And maybe that's what love was supposed to be all along. Not ownership. Not survival. Not obligation. But two broken people. Choosing each other. Again. And again. And again. Because in the end, she didn't stay because she had to. She stayed. Because she wanted to. And if love begins as a mistake, but grows into something real, does it still count as wrong? Or is that where truth finally begins?